I'm Sydney Gladwell.
And I'm Ariela Allen. Today, we revisit a segment from last season where we check in on how students are feeling for the end of the semester. Plus, Sydney and I have a fireside chat about our experience so far at AppTV.
Then, Hi Neighbor producer Connor Beatty sits down with Isabella Riley to discuss his time here at AppTV as he prepares to graduate this May. Join us as we say,
Hi Neighbor!
Hi neighbor, I'm Taylor Holt. Thanksgiving is in just a few days, so we decided to ask students what they're thankful for. Okay, Kiana and Omar, what are y'all thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful that we made it this semester on campus, all healthy and stuff, so that's good. I'm pretty thankful for that.
I'm thankful I haven't failed any of my classes.
That's good.
Yeah, both of those are great things, so I hope y'all have a great break and a great Thanksgiving.
You too.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful for my friends and family and being able to meet people who are not.
Okay, well, I hope you have a great break and a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much.
Thank you, you too.
Hey, Erica, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful for having the opportunity to be with my family or friends and to just cherish the little things in life and be grateful.
Well, I hope you have a great break and a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. Okay, Will, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm most thankful for my family and my friends right now, just helping me get through everything.
Yeah, this year has definitely been rough, so family and friends are much needed.
Yeah, totally. yes, big time.
Well, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and
Thank
a great
you.
break. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, Emma, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm just thankful to be healthy, that my family and friends have been being like the past few months with everything happening.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and a great break.
Yeah.
Could you tell me what you're thankful for this Thanksgiving?
What I'm thankful for is I'm getting the chance to go home and be with my family, get to see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while, and get to eat some really good food.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for an amazing 3.5 years here at Appalachian. There won't be a next time for me, but it's been a pleasure being with you this semester. Bye, neighbor.
Hi Neighbor, I'm Ariela Allen, and I'm sure you recognize me for our past episodes from this season. Today, I get to sit down with my fellow co-host Sydney Gladwell about what drew us to AppTV and where we see ourselves going in the future. Sydney, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so I guess my first question for you is, what drew you to AppTV?
So I, was talking with some adults and, they suggested, and I knew I needed some more experience because I am a communications, electronic media broadcasting major, and that kind of entails, TV studio production, TV broadcast news writing, just kind of in a news environment, and I needed, experience around that. I needed experience in writing packages, shooting packages, being in studio, getting familiar with the equipment, and not a classroom setting, because I do take classes on that, but more of a real-time setting, and AppTV was perfect. I got recommended by a professor. It all happened so fast. Talked to Bianca, she was awesome, and got on the 2 shows, Hi Neighbor, that I really wanted to do, and yeah, how did you find out about AppTV? What drew you to it?
So, it's actually a little bit of a funny story. Isabella, who is also one of our other co-hosts for AppTV's Hi Neighbor, who I'm sure you guys have seen before, and I were co-facilitating a group discussion together called Careers for Impact, and I think our concentration was science. And at the end of it, I just made this light, offhanded joke. I was like, oh my God, AppTV, watch out, Ariela Allen's gonna be coming your way. And Isabella was like, wait, are you actually interested in joining? And I was like, yes, I really am. And she put me in touch with Connor, who's our amazing producer, and I suppose the rest is just history from there on out. And even though I'm not a communications major and I actually don't have a major related to media broadcasting, I'm in the economics, sociology realm, I've really enjoyed just getting to show up, film, feel like my best self with my hair and my cute little outfits on, so it's been a really great experience.
No, it is so fun, and that's what I feel like is kind of awesome about AppTV is you don't have to be in the major to be able to do it. Anybody can do it. I know in my meeting we had a music major, we had a theater major, we had all sorts of people coming in and getting to do this, because it is a career, but it's also a lot of fun. Like you said, we get to, hang out, like go to, I know with our APs, I'll go to locations, do a little intro, outro action. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
So
I guess we've hit on a really interesting point you made earlier about how all different majors, like get to come to AppTV. So you are a comms major, and how does being on AppTV influence your future career?
Ooh, so I think, EMB, comm, it can go anywhere. I think, before I really did AppTV, I was looking more on the, because I still am a journalism concentrate within the major, so I was looking more of like writing commercials for things, more of the writing aspect of things, writing articles, writing leads, writing packages in a news environment. But I feel like AppTV's really fostered a sense of confidence and encouragement to maybe not just pick up the pen, but also pick up the mic and get in front of a camera, which I think is, it's cool. It's cool. What do you see yourself doing with this experience? Since you're not a comm major, where do you see this experience that you've learned here be applied in your future?
Yeah, I think it's really an interesting juxtaposition because we have different neighbors, but different majors. Oh my God, honey, it was getting to me at the end of the season. We may have different majors, but I really think it's cool how our career goals like parallel each other. So that's kind of why I'm here. Towards the end of my sophomore year, which has been this year, I've really been drawn to PR and media broadcasting. And after Isabella offered me, well, I guess by proxy, offered me the position, I started getting involved in media broadcasting again. I was a theater kid in high school, and at the time, an aspiring indie film director, so I loved being in front of the camera, writing for the camera, shooting for the camera. Honestly, anything to do with filmmaking, I absolutely loved. So that's been really cool to get to pick up that interest again in college. And regarding my future career ambitions, I would love to do exactly what we're doing now and have a talk show where we discuss social issues and economic issues. As an econ major, something I'm really, really passionate about is financial literacy. I know I've mentioned it before, is financial literacy, and that's something I feel like we as Americans and even as a nation struggle with. So if I could take that socioeconomics background and apply it to doing what we're doing here today, just chatting in front of some cameras, I would absolutely love to do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. So what other stations are you also on through AppTV?
So through AppTV, I am also on the show Connected Cultures, which each week we get a country and we focus on, the foods, the traditions, the news. We usually get an interview with someone who's from there. One of my favorite interviews of all time on that show was Syria. I interviewed a guy who grew up in Syria and he now lives in Canada, and you can check it on YouTube. But that was one of my favorites. It's a really insightful show, but I think High Neighbor is just unique in that it highlights our community. And I think, something that really drew me to Appalachian State in the first place was the sense of community and the organizations offered here and the conversations that are had here. And I think it's really awesome that we highlight what people in this community are doing.
Yeah, and as an upper level classman, I believe you told me you were a junior this year, right? You're at this position in your life now where I guess you've been through AppTV long enough to see where how much you've grown as to where you are now versus where you first started. So thinking along those trains of thought regarding growth and personal growth in relation to AppTV, where do you think you are now and where do you think you were when you started?
Oh, geez. When I first started, even though I've taken classes, I've just never really been in a position to apply it. So I didn't even know what a package was. I remember the first time someone told me, put together a package, I'd be like, is there a WikiHow for that? I didn't even know what that meant. And now, we talk about this in our progress reports as AppTV interns, but now I can write, film, edit a package. I can get in front of a camera where I used to be terrified of doing that and read from a teleprompter. I can also not read from a teleprompter. My improvisation has gotten a little bit better this interview. And, just I feel like AppTV, honestly, especially from someone who wants to do this as a career, has made a world of difference. And I think it's something that anybody who, is even thinking about or taking an interest in this kind of thing should think about doing, because it's really, I think you can attest to that. It's been an awesome experience for both of us, both comm and not, majors. What about you? I know you came in kind of late, but did you have any experience before going into this, or did you kind of just ballpark it? Because you're awesome. I need to know when that happened and how it happened.
Okay, well, if we're really going to bring out the God complex, well, let me just go ahead and bring her out. She's ready. She's talking right now. So like you said, I did come in a little bit late this semester, which meant I guess I didn't get to make all those initial friendships at the beginning of the season, but the team here has been so warm and welcoming. I immediately felt like I was right at home on set. And prior to AppTV, I guess the easy answer is no. I hadn't had any kind of experience with the cameras aside from the little bit I'd done in high school as a theater student. But through AppTV, like you're saying, then I was just a kid who loved getting to talk in front of a camera with new people and do exactly what we're doing here today. And now, I guess a few months later, I feel like I'm more of an adult to begin with, and I'm an adult who wants to use this experience and apply it to my future career ambitions as a talk show host or a news anchor. Yes, thank you
awesome.
so much.
I'm so glad we talked about this.
Yeah, I'm so excited
too.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us on our segment today. Sydney and I had an excellent time talking about all of the amazing experiences we've had, not only with personal growth, but also with the community around us. So for the last time this semester, and I know I'll really miss you guys, this is Ariela Allen, and well, bye, neighbor.
Bye, neighbors.
As this semester comes to a close, we at AppTV are celebrating all the work our seniors have done for the channel over the years. Our mission statement is students becoming professionals, telling App State's story, and serving their community. One of those students now becoming a professional in the real world is our very own Hi Neighbor producer, Connor Beatty, who's here to talk about his experience with the show. Thanks for being here, Connor.
Thanks for having me, Isabella.
So, what are your graduation plans?
Well, right now I'm trying to lock down a broadcasting position at Samaritan's Purse here in Boone. I get to stay in Boone and be with my friends and serve my church in that way, but then also I get to work at Samaritan's Purse and work in their studio, put information on their website, put clips on their website and edit for them, and maybe even go abroad and visit one of their offices around the world. It'd be super exciting. So other than that, if I don't get that position, that's still kind of in the works, but other than that, I would be going back home and searching for a job in Charlotte and living at home.
Awesome.
Yep.
So as you are putting this chapter to a close, what is one of your favorite memories here at AppTV?
Probably my first week, which was over a year ago, and I started as an associate producer on Hi Neighbor. And I was new to the major, broadcasting major, and I had never worked a camera before, never worked anything before. I just wanted to be in broadcasting. So I joined AppTV, and the first week they sent me out to do a story with a JVC camera and a tripod and all this equipment, microphones and cables, and I didn't know how to work any of it. And then we got to the location, me and the host I was with, and I didn't know where the on button was on the camera. And I spent, I think, 20 minutes trying to find the on button on the camera. I didn't know where, no one had taught me how to use it. They just said, here's a camera, go make a package. And so it was super embarrassing, but I learned all the basics, how to turn it on, how to set up microphones, how to frame and framing composition and all that stuff, and audio levels. But I had to learn it all in the middle of a busy restaurant about to interview the owner. And it was super embarrassing, but I think that's the best way to learn, rather than just like reading it in textbook. I was just thrown in the field, and I made the best of it. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness, that's so much pressure.
Yep.
So what would you say is one thing you're going to miss most about Appalachian State University?
I think one of the before COVID, one of the best things was walking to class, because just the scenery in the mountains, and I'm really just gonna miss like where App State is located. There's so much you can do: snowboarding, hiking. I love all that stuff. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss just the atmosphere and Sanford Mall and the Greenway, which is off campus, but just all the hangout places, all my friends, all that stuff. But I'm looking to come back every now and then and keep in touch with people that I know. So yeah, probably just the location of App State.
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful up here.
Yeah.
If you could give a shout out to one professor, who would it be and why?
It would probably have to be Professor Ward. Ann Ward, she's in the broadcasting department, and she taught me all I know about like framing composition, and she was actually the advisor for High Neighbor when I started, and I didn't know anything about anything. And so I would make these packages that were just terrible. I'd spend like 5 hours editing and it would still turn out awful. And but she would just help me out and give me notes, and like, you could do this differently, you could do that differently, and I just learned so much from her. And she gave me the direction to be in High Neighbor. She sort of helped me get to the producer level to where I am, and so yeah, I think I owe a lot to her, and she's been super supportive over the years.
Yeah. So what would you say has been your favorite segment on High Neighbor?
Favorite segment? I made probably two. I made a package a year ago with Ayana, who was a host then for High Neighbor, and she and I went into the student union and we set up near Cascades, and what we did was we asked, I think, 10 or 12 random people about food insecurity, and we just asked them the same, I think, 4 or 5 questions, and I spent 6 hours that night. It was until like 1 a.m., I think, editing in Beasley. I spent about 6 hours editing that together, and I think it turned out great. So that's probably one of my favorite things that I've made. But personally, Theater and Dance Today with Derek, it's always a pleasure having Derek come into the studio and talking to him. So probably one of those two. Derek's just an awesome dude, and yeah, probably one of those two.
So if you could give freshman you advice right now, what would it be?
Major in broadcasting. Ever since I was a freshman, I changed my major 5 different times. I came in as computer science, which was a mistake, and then I changed it to physics, and then I changed it to English, then I changed it back to computer science, and then I failed intro to computer science, so I was like, this is not for me. And then I just decided to do communication broadcasting. So I think I would have, and then I had to go to summer school to catch up to graduate in 4 years. So I probably would tell myself, major in broadcasting, because that's what you want to do. And then also go to church, because I was not a big fan of that, and it completely changed my life, and I didn't get involved till I was a junior or so. So yeah, major in broadcasting, go to church.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to say to Appalachian State or AppTV?
I hope you guys are in person next year. I think you are, but no, keep it real, stay cool, it's just been a great experience, and just thank you to the student body and the professors, and also go snowboarding. For all of you out there, go snowboarding. I did it like twice, and I super regret it. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, you guys heard it here from Connor. Keep it real, keep it cool, go to church, go snowboarding. Connor, thank you so much for being such an awesome producer and allowing me to be host on High Neighbor back in the fall. It's been a wonderful opportunity, and I'm going to miss you a lot next year. So until then, bye, neighbor.
That's all for this week's episode. We hope you join us at the same time next week for our Season 10 finale of High Neighbor.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at AppTV for more student-made content. See you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Until then,
Bye, neighbor!